If you're wondering what is the most important living being on Earth, I'll give you a clue. It's not Elon Musk, not the Queen. It's responsible for more than $200 billion yearly in revenue, and it's not even human. Because the most important living being on Earth is a bee. And the worst part is that they are dying. You might know bees as that hard-working insect that goes from flower to collect nectar, or for their amazing honey, or for their super painful sting. But why is such a tiny flying creature so important to planet Earth? Well, the answer is actually simple: pollination. Bees do the job of pollination. Did you know that the world's agriculture entirely depends on bees? And most fruits, vegetables, flowers, and many crops that we consume are pollinated by bees. Among 100 crops that make 90% of our diet, bees are responsible for 70% of them. And they generate more than $200 billion in agricultural revenue every year. And they also play an important role in the ecosystem as well, by helping plants reproduce, which they otherwise cannot. But bees have been dying over the last 50 years, and since 2006, there has been a 90% decline in the number of bees. And that's for two major reasons. After World War II, we changed farming practices. We started growing single crops or monocultures like soy and corn on a massive scale, causing deforestation and eliminating flowering plants that bees need for their survival. We also stopped planting cover crops that are natural fertilizers and nutritious food for the bees. Instead, we started using synthetic fertilizers and pesticides that damages the bees' sensory nerves, and it affects their mental health, where they might forget their way back home, and many also die. And if this continues, entire food chains will be at risk. And if you want to know what would happen if bees disappear, then imagine this. This is what your supermarket will look like without bees. And our diets will majorly consist of corn, wheat, and rice, as they are wind pollinated. And crop by crop, all fruits, vegetables, nuts, and many others would become less abundant. If you love your early morning coffee, then count that out, as coffee Arabica, which is the most used bean, is also pollinated by bees. Fewer bees means fewer cows, which means lesser milk, cheese, and other products, as they play an important role in the production of alfalfa, which are used to harvest cattle hay. And it's not only the food production that will suffer. If you're watching this video and you're wearing something cotton, then you might have to say goodbye to that too. Because cotton is a cash crop that is dependent on bees for pollination. In fact, 35% of the world's cotton fiber goes into making jeans, towels, mattresses, and other paper-related products. So say goodbye to that too, as many other industries will follow. Without bees, many plants will struggle to reproduce, and this will cause a loss of forest, grasslands, habitats, and pretty much an end to the ecosystem. Even the very famous Albert Einstein quoted this: "People are understanding the value of bees," and even Morgan Freeman, a Hollywood actor, transformed his 124-acre land into a bee sanctuary to protect the bees. We might not be able to do that for sure, but there is a way that we can save them. And that's by growing flowers and keeping them free from pesticides. It may seem like a small countermeasure to a big problem, but we need to understand that bees get their nutrition from flowering plants. So grow them wherever you can, because when bees have access to good nutrition, we have access to good nutrition by their pollinating service. If a small creature like a bee can make such a big impact on us, our small actions can contribute and make a big difference to them. And most importantly, save the world's most important living being from dying. Till then, be curious, be awesome. Rosha that.